Good afternoon and welcome to Don Lyle Field, the site for this afternoon's game between the Grove City Wolverines and the Penn State Behrend Lions. Hi everyone, Matt Perucker here to announce today's game, and we have a good one today. As we look back at these teams, last time out, Grove City dropped a 2-1 home decision Wednesday to the number 19 team in the country, Carnegie Mellon, in non-conference action. Freshman Lauren Muhana scored for Grove City, but that one goal was not enough to surpass the two scored by Carnegie Mellon. Penn State, on the other hand, shut out Fredonia State 1-0 Tuesday night, and also another non-conference game, as this will be the last non-conference test for the Wolverines before PAC play starts next week. So Grove City enters this game 1-3-1 on the season. Penn State Behrend, on the other hand, 3-1-2. But probably the big storyline in this game is a combined 53 years of experience between the two coaches. Melissa Lamy is in her 33rd season with the Wolverines, the program's all-time wins leader, owning a 370, 224, and 47 career record. The all-time winningest coach in President's Athletic Conference women's soccer history. And on the other side, Patrick O'Driscoll is in his 20th season as Penn State Behrend's head coach. Last time out, Penn State Behrend edged visiting Grove City 2-1 last year on September 21st. Emma Daly scored with 49 minutes and 12 seconds left, breaking the 1-1 tie. Forging the 1-1 tie, but then Behrend's Marlene Andrade scored the game winner with 4:16 left. In the series, Penn State Behrend is 13-11-4 against Grove City. And this is the first time Penn State Behrend has traveled south to Grove City since 2021. So let's get you introduced to today's starting lineups. First, for Penn State Behrend, Riley Morningstar will be in goal. Lizzie Hoff will be at forward, Anna Steinbeck at defense, along with Angelina Campaggi. Bree Ross will be another forward. Rory Costos will be in the midfield, along with Maddie Haggerty. Rachel Sakari will be another forward. Devin Bailey in the midfield. And Maureen Andrade will be in the midfield as well. Lindsay Pulaski in at defense. The Lions are in a 3-4-3 as per the roster card. That may change, but we do have the correct formation for Grove City. Grove City will be coming out in a 4-3-3. Maddie Mills will be in goal, a 73.3 save percentage. Ashley Porcelli will be at defense, making her 6th career start. Hannah Costa will be to her right, second team All-PAC in 2024, along with Carly Keller in the center, making her 64th career start. Aubrey Shaw will be on the right side, making her just her 3rd career start. Lauren Muhana, after scoring Wednesday against Carnegie Mellon, will be in the midfield, along with Addie Waters, making her 3rd career start. Natalie Junta will be also the final midfielder, 4 career goals to her name. And the 3 forwards, Tori Stevenson, the most outstanding player of the 2024 PAC Conference Tournament. Along with her will be Megan Trissler, the junior, assisted on Muhana's goal Wednesday. And finally, Hannah Plunkard, 30 career games she has appeared in for Grove City. So we are just 5 minutes away from kickoff as the PA announcer will finish announcing starting lineups to the spectators. We will be right back from the broadcast booth for the start of today's action in about 5 minutes for kickoff. We'll see you then on the Wolverine Sports Network. And welcome back up into the broadcast booth. We are just about ready to go as Grove City about to take on Penn State Behrend. As non-conference play wraps up for both teams, they'll both be wanting to get on the right track to start their respective conference schedules. For Grove City, having been selected first in the President's Athletic Conference preseason poll, they're going to be looking to get out and win right away. And once those conference games start, the tough non-conference schedule looks like it'll be preparing them for that. But you'll never really know how good they will be compared to other teams until the season begins in conference play. But head coach Melissa Lamy knows her team. And on the other side, Patrick O'Driscoll, he's hoping that he can spoil Grove City's week and have the Wolverines go 0-2 at home. But he knows that will not be an easy task, and neither does his team. Penn State Behrend on the left side of your screen, they are in navy. And Grove City on the right side of your screen, they are in all white. Our referees for today's game in the center, Darth Newman. Assistant Ref 1, Don Brown, and Assistant Ref 2, Denise Muhitinoglu will be on the far side. Be on the near side, rather. Newman blows his whistle, and we are underway in Grove City. So, play now in the Lions half of the field. Looking to possess the ball on the far side of the field, trying to pass through, but kicked out of play. Pagey will throw it in. Looks for someone to get open. Tries to force one in and deflected out of the way by Shaw. Lions will keep possession. Wolverines keep kicking it out on the far side. As the Lions slowly march their way down the field. Throw in. Up in the air. Go all the way back to the Grove City end, couple of touches, and we'll play it safely outward. As the Wolverines do get it clear and look to switch the field. Long touch, and the pass couldn't quite get through. And 2-on-1 kicked out. Penn State Behrend will keep the ball. Grove City will get possession back. Throwing into the middle, takes a hop. Up ahead, now chasing it down. Stevenson, pass forward, and cleared out of danger for the moment. Grove City with possession on the left-hand side. June to the throw. Feet planted in the box. Pass outside, cross into the middle, looking to find some help, bouncing around near the top of the box. Wolverines trying to keep it in a dangerous position. Still with it. Pass to the right side of the defender. Through ball in. Cross. Takes a deflection. Still has possession. Into the middle. Bouncing ball up in the air. One touch with the head. Still can't get it. But then a high kick. And that will be a foul against the Wolverines. The Lions trying to relieve pressure Wolverines do a good job to keep it for now, as now the ball's bouncing in the air. Drop pass back. Under heavy pressure, Wolverines will go all the way back to its defenders. Now they'll look to go forward. Pass into the center. Now over to the far side. Couple of touches bringing in. Pass into the center. Junta now to the near side. Couple of touches. Kelly gets with it. One touch passing, trying to get it through, but a bit too strong, as Keller couldn't chase it down. Morning Star sends everyone forward. She's going to prepare to put her foot into this one, and this one will land just shy of midfield, taking a couple of bounces. And now Penn State Behrend with some pace going forward. Through ball in, but too strong, right into the hands of Mills. She had 10 saves against Carnegie Mellon last time out, as that punt will sail out of play. Nothing on the stat sheet so far for either team. Throw into the right side, trying to go forward on a through ball, but offside is the call. Costos a little bit too early with her run, mistimed it. Grove City will take a free kick in the near corner. She's looking for someone to come open. Eventually will boot it toward the center. Taking a touch and dropping it back, but she misplays it. Fortunately, her defender was there to bail her out of danger. Wolverines trying to force it forward. Eventually come to some semblance of a possession, but can't do anything with it. So now the Lions will retreat, going back to Morning Star. Finds her center back, and then she's going to kick it forward, but finds stiff resistance. Pass it to the middle. Stevenson can't do anything with it, though. Lions have possession, trying to find some help. Eventually, she will clear it forward. Hoff couldn't track it down. Now taking a deflection off of Keller's face. She looks to be all right. So now Penn State Behrend will look to keep possession going forward. Pass into the middle, but quickly dispossessed. So now the Lions look to switch it to the far side, trying to send it directly through. It's a deflection. Lions still looking to go forward. Pass near side. Sigari, the captain, with it. Striding forward. Takes a shot, deflected by Keller. And Wolverine's going to try to clear it out of harm's way. Cannot. Sigari again into the middle. Deflected down right to a Lion. In the box. Drop back. A shot deflected. Couldn't find the target. Now the Lions trying to go forward again. Slide tackle. Got the ball. Play continues. Fakes across. Gets by the defender. Into the middle. And the mistimed ball. Can't quite get possession, but she still has it. Finds a way to get it. Lions really putting the pressure in the attacking third. Cross into the middle. Finds a woman in the middle. Still with it. Cross. Near the penalty spot, but can't secure it. Wolverines trying to finally get the ball cleared out of their end, but they cannot. Still in danger to finally get it clear back toward midfield. Wolverines trying to make it work on the far side. Trying to clear it, finds a deflection. Shaw will look to throw it in. Into the middle, takes a deflection. Just it down, and now she's brought to the ground and draws a foul. So after that, play resumes. A little bit of trouble for Junta, but luckily for her, Wolverines keep it. Pass in the middle, good deflection. Play by the forward to quickly change possession. Cross into the middle, a good touch, keeping possession. 3 Wolverines around her, trying to get through. A good defensive play from the Wolverines to get it clear. Nice work from Junta, and the Wolverines will just be happy with the ball going out of play near midfield. So a couple of minutes with Penn State Behrend getting the majority of possession in the Wolverine half. Wolverines had a similar thing a few minutes earlier. Now Wolverines have possession near midfield. Pass into the center as the Wolverines try to switch sides. Switch it all the way forward to a running Shaw, trying to keep possession. But she can't keep it in before going out of bounds, as that halts Grove City's progress. Short throw in toward the middle, trying to fling it forward, but too far for her target. Now pass back and then cleared forward. Can't handle the touch, and it'll go back into the feet of Penn State Behrend. Trying to get work, but aggressive play by the Wolverines, trying to get the ball back and force a turnover. And they eventually do, but then give it right back to Penn State Behrend. Wolverines applying heavy pressure, get a turnover. Pass in the middle, takes a touch. Muhana can't find her way through. That ball's cleared back towards midfield. Shaw looking to find some help, tries to force one through, takes a deflection. Pass going forward. Now to the far side, one touch, cross into the middle, too high for intended target. Wolverines can still keep it in. On the edge of the box, cross into the middle, takes a touch, bouncing high into the air. But Morningstar grabs it without much threat of that ball going in. She signals to her teammates to go forward. Bounces the ball a few times. And a towering punt. So now the Lions look to quickly make their way forward. Through ball in the far side. Lions have numbers. Into the middle, pass. Penalty spot, a shot, but luckily for the Wolverines, right at Mills, and she makes the save. The Lions 2 shots in this game, one of them hitting the target. Wolverines 1 shot, 1 on goal in this game so far. A little over 33 minutes remaining in the half. 0-0 is your score here at Don Lyle Field. Wolverines slowly progressing upward. But Shaw's pass intercepted. Wolverines, though, keep the ball. Now go all the way back to Mills, who passes it forward. Keller, a few touches, looking for someone to come home and couldn't find it. That one. And a through ball in, onside. Hoff trying to get around the defender. Into the middle. Drops it back, a one-time shot, but she didn't quite square her hips to strike the ball through to get it on target. That's a good sequence for Penn State Behrend. Got a through ball in, some danger, but the shot maybe a little bit too excited, Sakari, with that one, trying to get one off. It would be a tough one, a couple of yards outside the box. The Lions try again on the opposite side of the field this time. One-touch passing, sending it through. Sakari with it, tries to beat her man, cannot. And that's poked out of play. Now back into the middle, taking a touch. Ross drops it back. Forward, looking for Hoff, but can't get it through. Now the Wolverines try to get something going on the counter, but that pass goes all the way back to the defensive line. But they switch it through, and now the Wolverines have some progress on the left side. Keller with some pace, trying to send a through ball in, but couldn't quite angle it around the right back. That pass will go back to Morningstar. So Wolverines showing some speed there, but ultimately the through ball just not quite where it needed to be for a shot or a dangerous chance, as that was relatively easy from the standpoint of the Lions. But now they have a chance of their own. Through ball in, but taking no chances for Grove City. That one's booted out of danger. Now forward, pass up Keller trying to control it, but instead it will go out of bounds. Through ball in, takes a hop, trying to go over top. Andrade trying some pressure, but cannot quite get there. Good work defensively from the Wolverines to allow that to be caught from Mills. Now a couple of good opportunities for Penn State Behrend. That one probably had to have been their best chance so far. Not too much of a struggle, though, for Mills because of the good defending. 29 and a half to go in this first half of play, as both sides have had some chances to score in this one. Penn State Behrend having the upper hand in shots with 4, but only one of those has forced a save from Mills. Now across into the box, landing around the penalty spot. This is a good chance. And a slide tackle and last-ditch defending play from Steinbeck to deny the Wolverines a chance on goal. Now the Lions looking to switch fields, and look at the pace and the speed of the Lions, but the Wolverines remaining disciplined as we have whistles here and a foul going against Penn State Behrend. So a couple of good chances for both teams in the span of this last minute. As the speed of this game, after being a little bit slow for the first 10 minutes, has really picked up. Now a through ball in. Can she get on goal? No. A near perfect pass for Tischler. It had to be perfect to get to her. Perhaps a bit too strong, and for the Lions, they'll be able to keep the ball in their possession after that good chance to score. Line drive, that will go all the way to the forward. Hoff trying to make progress, but cleared, and that will be, it looks like, very close. Yes, it will be a throw-in. Porcelli had to deal with some contact to get that one clear. Of course, you're always happy with the throw-in as well instead of a corner. As Sagari can't find anything. And a one-touch pass goes directly to Porcelli, who decides to boot it away. And a through ball attempt too far down the right side, out of play. Sagari's pass into the middle will go back to her. Couple of touches trying to keep possession, but can't get through two Wolverines, and that pass from Waters too strong. Lions will play it simple back and look to swing it around the defense. Going forward, couple of touches, Ross gets rid of it, back to her. Pass going forward. Chance for Hoff, takes a shot, deflected, and a goal. Hoff showing her speed to get a shot on target, but the deflection goes right to the foot of the Lions, who bury it, and it is 1-0 Penn State Behrend. Sakari's been a dangerous presence in the Grove City end for much of the game. But in that case, it just happened to be right place, right time. And that's how it can be in this game of soccer. Half the battle is just simply being in the right place. And probably one of the easier goals she has scored as a player. But nevertheless, bright smiles for her and her team, who score with 26 minutes to go in the first half to break the ice here. 1-0 Penn State Behrend, as the Wolverines will now have to regroup. Wolverines trying to go quick there, but perhaps didn't quite get the timing right, as that was easy for Morningstar. Now Lions trying to go for number 2, that time looking similarly to a through ball attempt that got them the first goal, but too many Wolverines in the way. Couple of touches, eventually finds its way to the near side. Keller pass into the midfield. Under immediate pressure, Wolverines have to go back, and now they give it away. All right, Sakari, the goal scorer, but the Wolverines now get it back and on the attack. Couple of touches, Muhana, the goal scorer Wednesday nights, can't find her way through and turns it over herself. Now the Lions trying to get through, and a misplay from Steinbeck, who didn't realize how close she was to the touchline, allows the ball to go out of play. Junta with the throw-in over the head. Stevenson couldn't track it down, and that one's cleared out of the way. Dropping forward, trying to kick it above her. Muhana couldn't quite get the touch she wanted, as that ball flies up toward us in the press box. Wolverines trying to go down the line, never mind, into the middle. Now too big of a touch from Waters as she loses it. And now the Lions with some speed on the counterattack. Through ball in. Hoff with it. Her shot contributed to the first goal, and it looks like she will win a corner for Penn State Behrend. First corner kick of the day for either team. Left-footed kicker for Penn State Behrend, in swinging ball, runners on the far post. The ball goes there, deflected into the middle, can't get it clear, and then a shot attempt. But she was just lucky to get her foot on that, to get any power whatsoever, and that sails way out of danger for the goal kick. High pressure for Penn State Behrend. Shaw on the far side. Tough battle, but she turns it over. A shot attempt, and that one posed little threat. Mills picks up another save. She'll give it back to Shaw. Couple of touches, going forward, too strong of a pass. Trying to win it back, but eventually the Wolverines have it. You touch back, heavy pressure. Mills is gonna have to get rid of this one quickly. She does. Keller, good speed to get it forward, to get it out of their defending third. Now trying to send an ambitious through ball, and she turns it over. Now the Lions, who've had the majority of possession in this game and the majority of chances, look to get something going. A through ball in, couldn't quite sync up with Costos. 21 and a half to go in this first period of play. 1-0 Penn State Behrend. Costos back. Now Sakari will send it forward. Back to her. A through ball in, but offside is the call. Now the Wolverines, after the decision, look to make their way forward. Dealing with some contact, Shaw gets it forward. That pass in the middle, takes a deflection as that pass too strong of a touch. As the clearance from Morningstar will result in a Grove City throw-in. 3 substitutions on the near sideline for the Lions ready to come in. It's going forward, Stevenson. High touch trying to corral it, cannot. Now into the middle, both teams trying to control it. The Lions eventually find it, and then a pass forward with some speed. She is onside. Sakari looking for goal number 2, and a save from Mills, denying the effort. A great run from Sakari, nearly having the brace for her. As the Wolverine defense has been susceptible to those through balls getting in between defenders. What led to the first goal and nearly the second one. But as it stands, 1-0 your score. Porcelli gets it to Keller. Back to Porcelli. Swinging it around to the far side. Shaw plays it directly forward, but not to a Wolverine. And Wolverines trying to apply some pressure. And they try to get something going, but too strong. Tischler not anticipating the through ball. As now the Lions have some numbers going forward. Pass into Hoff, but didn't realize how close she was to the defender. Had some solid defending from Costa to clear it away, and now the substitutes will enter for the Lions. A few changes, mostly to midfields and forwards. Now a through ball attempt that time, too high and too far. And a goal kick and a chance for Grove City to reestablish some possession, some control over this game. The Wolverines haven't really had that in this game. As the Lions have had a lot of control, now Wolverines have to be careful with it in their own end. As Grove City simply had to hit the eject button, but they still keep possession. That pass right to a defender. As now the Lions trying to get something going on the far side. Long run, left back all the way up there. Making some progress, will drop it back into the middle, taking a couple of touches. Costos, a shot, high, but making the save is Mills. Five saves in this game. Mills, a nice effort to keep it out of the net, keep this game 1-0 as it is. So Grove City, pass to the near side, take a couple of touches. Plunkett goes forward, but right to a defender once again. It's now the Lions, long run through, onside. Just one defender and the goalie, and a save once again. Number 6 from Mills, as that will go out for a corner. Mills has been tested early and often in this game. 11 shots for Penn State Behrend compared to just 1 for Grove City. There were one stat you could point to decide how this game has gone so far, it would be that one. Second corner for the Lions. It'll be a far post kick right to Grove City. Ball go to the top of the box and some contact as the Wolverines will draw the foul. High effort from Junta to get to the ball first. 15 minutes left to go in the half. Now a pass finding its target, taking a touch, trying to go around is Muhana, but too strong of a touch there. Steinbeck will simply give it to Morningstar, who now will look for something. We'll just give it back to her. And then a through ball forward, taking a bounce. Trying to get around as Samlook falls down, but they'll say contact first on Grove City. And now Penn State Behrend will have a long set piece opportunity, too long to really consider trying to play it into the box. They'll be around midfield. Three Wolverines ready to go in. Couple of bounces forward, intercepted by Keller, but can't get anything to go forward as the deflection goes out of play. Now 3 Wolverines will enter. Tischler will go all the way back to take the throw in. Couple of changes for Grove City. And for sure, Coach Lamy will have to make some halftime adjustments, but now Grove City with some numbers. 2-on-1 on the left side. A through ball in. Horst, cross into the middle, takes a hop right to a Lion, as it's been when Grove City has gotten a chance in the attacking third. They've rarely been able to find one of their forwards. And the few touches they've gotten in this game haven't been enough to make much of an impact, just the one shot. Now, several players hit the deck. And eventually Grove City will come out with it. Now Mills, couple of touches. Slow moving ball. Shaw in the middle, takes a touch, deflects off her hand. Play continues. Pass drops back. Now going forward. Pass from Porcelli. Trishler passing it forward, trying to nutmeg. But Horst can't get through the legs of Pulaski. Tischler looking for something. Eventually will go it forward, but couldn't trap it. Good move to get around one defender, passing it forward. And now a through ball, diagonal run. Touch from Muhana into the middle, but Morningstar on her guard comes out to pick it up. Morningstar taking her time, bouncing it a couple of times, and delivering a strong punt. There's a battle for it. Wolverines trying to get possession on the Behrend half of the field, but can't go forward. Now a through ball in, 1-on-1. Shaw wins that one. Physical battle to the ball. And expertly done to clear it out of danger. And now two Wolverines, a Lion enter. Wilson and Miller checking in for Grove City, as Ornowski will enter the field for the Lions. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to play in this first half. Lions hold a 1-0 lead, looking for number 2. Lions will drop it back. One-touch pass back to the defender, and now a ball forward. A through ball, splits the defenders, but can't do anything with it. And eventually Tischler makes the safe move, clearing it away. Felton drops it back. Pulaski gets around one defender. Cross around the penalty spot. Ball loose, kicked up in the air and cleared. So now Grove City will try to find a way to perhaps get a counterattack. Pass forward. Couple of touches, reversing course. Wolverines quickly working the ball around the field. Taking a touch and deflected last off at a Lion. Dropping it back, Porcelli. Slow rolling ball back as they switch fields. Now into the midfield. Pass forward, but can't find her target. Ball loose around midfield. Penn State Behrend eventually reasserts control. and forward. Looking for something, but Felton can't go anywhere. Goes to a fellow Lion. Winowski can't do anything with that. It's now Grove City. Good move along the sideline to keep the ball. Splits two defenders, getting it forward. But nothing will come of that, except the clearance. And that pass, sticking a foot out at Horst, can't corral it in. As now a substitution for Penn State Behrend. Ashley Janovich, the Montour graduate, will enter for the Lions. High clearance. Trying to get it away. Wolverines have it though. Looking for their first shot on goal since the first 10 minutes of the half. A collision in midfield will be last touched by the Wolverines. 7 minutes to go. As Penn State Behrend trying to add on to their 1-goal lead. Throw in forward. Tries to battle through 3 Wolverines. Can't do it, but it doesn't matter. Keeping possession. A shot, but directly at Mills, who picks it up. Save number 7 for her today. As the Lions are going to try to get something else going. Can't go forward, so they'll play it back. Steinbeck through ball forward. Trying to find Samlook, but she can't chase it down before it's cleared away. And now a couple of more substitutions with 6 minutes to go in the half. Shields throwing it in. Finds a target in the box. Drop pass, but directly to a Wolverine. There's now a shot on goal, an ambitious effort from over 30 yards out. Tested Mills as she makes another save. As it's been all Penn State Behrend in this first half. If Grove City can keep it 1-0 at halftime, they'll certainly be happy with it, considering the amount of chances the Lions have had in this game. Tischler with it, drops it back. A couple of touches, Horst trying to get it forward, deflected, but we'll say off the hand, according to the center referee. Peyton Allen awaits for Grove City on the sideline to enter. It's now Horst trying to get there, but not before a Lion. Costa switching fields. Deflection up into the air. Grove City trying to force it forward, but turning it over. However, they do get it back, but not before they give it away once again. As both teams fighting for possession on the Behrend half of the field and now drawing a foul. And now this should be a good chance for Grove City to get a shot on target. Too far for a direct shot, but perhaps as Wolverines run into the middle. A headed shot toward goal and a save from Morningstar, who read that beautifully. Best chance for the Wolverines in nearly a half an hour of play. Now Grove City trying to build on some momentum, perhaps. On the far side, but can't do anything. A deflection. This ball might stay in for Grove City, and it will be deep within the Penn State Behrend end. As now, before play resumes, a substitution for Grove City. Waters will sub out. Three Wolverines in the box. Throw in, trying to find a new substitution. Dropped back. Cross into the middle. Can't get a touch on it. But unfortunately, neither can the Wolverines. That one bolted out of the way. Now Grove City trying to tie the game. And the through ball a bit too ambitious, as she didn't see the defender before she made that through ball attempt. But after the turnover, here come the Wolverines. Pass forward, couple of touches. Now on the run. Horst with it. Cross into the middle, right back, and then a shot. Oh, what pace off the crossbar. A great shot attempt, but not a perfect one. Off the crossbar, Wolverines trying to keep the pressure on. But physical play on the ball, excellently done. After making the play, Felton passes it forward, and then another pass. As a through ball, too tired, or perhaps a miscommunication. Samlock, no desire whatsoever to contend for that ball. And now a minute left to go. Her punt in the middle, battle for the ball, pinballing around. 40 seconds left, and the Wolverines get a turnover, but a too strong of a touch. So Wolverines try to get something going before half. A diving effort. Tischler can't come up with it. 15 seconds to go. The Lions trying to keep possession, as that pass will sail out of play and bring us to the end of 45 minutes of action. So Penn State Behrend controlling much of the tempo in the first half of play, and as a result, they lead it 1-0 thanks to the goal of the forward and captain, Rachel Sicari, as her positioning off the initial save from Mills allowed her to bury the goal and give the advantage to the Lions, who lead it. As now we break for halftime. Give you an update on the standings and how the other teams are doing around the President's Athletic Conference. But the big question for both teams, after a surge of pressure from Grove City in the final minutes of the half, have the Wolverines found something? Or will Penn State Behrend continue their stronghold over this game? We shall see. We'll be right back for the halftime report right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Welcome back up into the broadcast booth. Matthew Perucker with you, and it's time for the halftime report. But before we break down the stats of this game, let's go around the President's Athletic Conference, see what's happening around the women's soccer landscape. St. Vincent and Waynesburg own the best out-of-conference schedules, out of best non-conference records. They both have a 6-1 record to their names. Washington and Jefferson and Hiram both have a 3-3 record. It's followed by Chatham, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. Geneva is 1-3-2. Grove City, as of right now, 1-3-1. Bethany 1-3. Franciscan 1-4. And Westminster, Allegheny, and Teal are all winless. Westminster, after falling to Grove City in the PAC championship game last year, is 0-3-2. Allegheny is 0-5-2, and Teal has lost each of its 5 games it's played. But now for the halftime stats of this contest. Penn State Behrend 3-1-2, looking like a team having a winning record. 13 total shots in the game. 9 of them have found the target compared to Grove City's 3 shots, 2 of them forcing a save. But big difference in saves as well. 8 saves for Grove City compared to 2 from the Lions. 2 corners for Penn State Behrend, as well as 2 offside calls. No cards have been issued in this game, but possession, despite the massive shot advantage for Penn State Behrend, is actually pretty close. 52% for Penn State Behrend compared to 48% for Grove City. And you can see, based on the possession, the amount of time that's been spent in both areas. Just 2% of possession for Grove City has been in the attacking third, compared to 19% for Penn State Behrend, who's had possession, most of it in the Grove City half of the field, as Grove City has had most of possession on their side of the field as well. And that was especially prominent in the middle part of the half, where it was just shot after shot from Penn State Behrend, and even if they weren't getting shots, they were at least keeping possession and posing danger for Grove City. But the difference, of course, is the goal. As I mentioned, going into halftime, Sakari has the 1 goal. She has 4 shots in this game, 2 of them on goal, with the nearly open net goal giving the Lions the advantage. The assist on that goal was from Hoff, who's been incredibly fast. Only played 27 minutes of that first half. She has 1 shot as well. Costos has 4 shots, 2 of them on goal. And Campeji has 1 shot, also finding the target. As for Grove City, among starters, just the 1 shot on goal. Miller also had a shot coming off the bench, as well as Daly, who also found the target. And a couple other substitutes also had shots for Penn State Behrend. Felton had a shot on goal, Ornowski had a shot on goal, and Samlick had a shot on goal. So a lot of different players getting into the action for Penn State Behrend. As for Grove City, it's been a real struggle for them on the first touch, especially in the attacking half. And that has led to a lot of turnovers. For Grove City to respond like they did in the second half, much more control, not so much worrying about trying to get the ball away from their feet as quickly as possible. Whereas for Penn State Behrend, it's been calm at times, but most of their success has come from either counterattack, but most of the time it's really been through balls, especially to Hoff in the first, I'd say, about 27 minutes of that first half, where she's shown her speed. But you have to give credit to the Grove City defense for only allowing the 1 goal, although it seemed like the Lions could have had a couple of more. But again, they could be grateful for Grove City's standpoint for having Mills as their goalkeeper, the junior from Niskanua, New York. She had 10 saves Wednesday night against the number 19 Carnegie Mellon Tartans. In this game, she already has 8 saves. So with 5 minutes left to go, what are these coaches, both with over 2 decades of experience as the head of their respective sides, how will these second half adjustments impact this game? Can Grove City build on something that they found at the end of the first half? Or will Penn State Behrend continue their push to try to get another goal or shut down Grove City and maintain a 1-goal advantage? This has been the Halftime Report, brought to you by the Wolverine Sports Network. We will be right back in a few minutes as the teams will switch sides to begin the second half. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Don Lyle Field. Second half action about to get underway. Penn State Behrend leads Grove City 1-0. Having had most of the shots, having most of the opportunities in the first half, Penn State Behrend looking very confident. But a little bit of trouble at halftime. Grove City had a couple of chances to score. But now what second half changes will the Wolverines made to help out their goalkeeper, Maddie Mills, having 8 saves in this game. Her career high is 10. She set that Wednesday night, nearly at that mark in one half of play. Wolverines cannot allow another 8 shots to hit the target if they want to have a realistic shot of winning this game. And now an update from the women's volleyball match also happening on campus. Grove City and Teal are tied at 1 set apiece. You can also catch that game on the athletic webpage if you want to tune into that one. But we have a great game happening here as well. 45 minutes have come and gone. 45 minutes to be played to decide a winner, a loser, or perhaps a draw. Wolverines in the white going left to right. Penn State Behrend and the Navy will be going right to left. And we are back at it. Second time that's happened in the game. Drop pass immediately. Trying to get something going with a long pass forward for Grove City. Both chances haven't really worked too well. There's a lot of substitutions made by both teams. I'll bore you if I describe them all, but safe to say we're back to a familiar lineup for both sides, as was initially and what was played for most of the half. Now the goal scorer firing a shot nowhere near the frame, as Sakari really thought she had a chance at that one. That's her 5th shot, leading the team. And she alone has 2 more shots than the entire Grove City side. And she has the ball. And will drop it back immediately. She having the ball again. Forward, far side, cross into the middle, but behind both Lions, and now the Wolverines perhaps a chance to get forward, as now some contact, and we have a foul going against the Wolverines in a dangerous set piece situation. As the center official says, the initial contact was fine, but then her sprawling on the ground, tripped up the Nittany Lions there, as potentially 2 Lions could take this. Either Haggerty or Andrade. Three Wolverines there, another one close. 4 Lions looking to run to the far post. Overlap it, left-footed kick, deep. Off the post, nearly going in. Is that the second time a ball has hit the frame of that goal to the left? Grove City nearly had a goal similar to that in the first half going that direction. But nearly a goal off the set piece from a good ways away. It's now the through ball, too powerful. Mills takes 2 touches, getting it to her right back. And now going forward. Through ball for Grove City's Stevenson, but too far away. And now Morningstar has to rush toward that one to get it clear. I don't think she wanted to have the ball in that situation. evident by the clear. Tischler looking for someone to come open. Pass right back to her, and then likely a cross attempt, but it was closer to being a shot, and it will go out of play. As Morningstar, with her powerful leg, gets ready to send this one forward. Wolverines get ahead on it, trying to keep it on the opposite side of the field from them. Couple of touches, and now Wolverines have some momentum. Snaking her way in between defenders, but can't get it all the way through to her forward. That goes out of play. After the 15th shot of the day from Penn State Behrend early in the second half, Wolverines a chance to try to tie the game. A shot, and with moderate pace, will eventually drop into the hands of Morningstar. First 5 minutes gone, back and forth so far. Both teams having a couple of chances to change the score of this game. Mills with it. Bouncing ball forward. Good job just to control it, and now a dangerous pass back. Mills will have to chase after it. As I doubt she wanted that ball in that situation either. Poked out of the way. Now the Lions will go forward once again. Hoff tried to get something going inside the box. She had the assist earlier in the game. Not really finding anywhere there. Then a high bouncing punt. Both teams trying to assert control as Vanoy is down, finally getting back up, but not before the counterattacking chance for Penn State Behrend. Slot pass in the middle, good effort to break it up, but the pressure's not relieved. A shot too high and out of danger. Great effort from Keller to prevent the initial chance closer to the net. And she had to race back from her left back position, but that left the goal scorer wide open. Sakari just going for power instead of accuracy, and she got under that ball too high. So now the Lions going to try again. Cross to where the left forward would normally be, but she had checked in a little closer. Now the Wolverines trying to get some movement on the far side. The pass from Junta too strong there. Pass cut out. Good reaction to get to that ball. Now the Wolverines. Couple of passes to the right-hand side. Back into the middle. Strong play on the ball, but Junta loses it. Hoff taking it away, now on the run, showing her speed. Gets to the top of the box, sliding tackle effort, some contact, no foul called. Hoff trying to shield it away, takes a push in the back, eventually shrugs her off, and that will be a foul to the dismay of head coach Patrick O'Driscoll. As he argues a lot of contact both ways, and now the call will be against Grove City. So they're going back to the initial contact as opposed to the retaliation. As now Haggerty will have a chance with a shot in the alleyway around the 6-yard box with it extended outward. Cross into the middle, finds a target, poke through, and she scores! Always dangerous to take a foul in the attacking third of the field, and you see why. As a beautiful cross in, finding her target. As Costas cashes in and doubles the lead, 2-0 the score. As Coach Lamy wants some explanation as to why the foul was given in that situation. But after all said and done, satisfied perhaps by that explanation, Wolverines have some work to do. With 35.5 minutes in the match left, they're going to need 2 to tie this game. "17 shots in the game for Penn State Behrend. 10 shots on goal. 8 saves for Mills. As the pressure continued to mount at halftime from Penn State Behrend, who only needed a foul in a dangerous set-piece location. Goal off a free kick. Now the Wolverines have to consider what's going on as they turn it over. Deflection up in the air, but nicely done from Porcelli to not turn it over to their end as a Lion goes down, another one goes down. But they eventually win possession. The through ball, switching fields. 3-on-3 for Penn State Behrend with numbers coming. Cross into the middle, but no one was running far post. Through ball, throw in the near corner. One touch back. Wolverines try to break free of the high pressure, cannot. Couple of touches. Ross drops it back. The shot skips through and an easy save for Mills. Zakari's 7th shot of this game. 7 shots on, sorry, not 7 shots on target, 3 shots on target. She has been the difference maker in this game. Many chances for her throughout. She's gotten around the fence multiple times in this game. A throw in. Find a target, cross into the middle, kicked out of danger. Now Penn State Behrend. 1-2 ball, nicely defended from Keller. As now an effort on the far side. A good turn, and with some speed, Muhana runs right into stiff resistance. Through ball in, right to a defender. As now substitution. Samlick will come in and will replace Hoff. As now the Lions, possession on the far corner flag, dropping it back. And some good pressure as the Wolverines force a turnover. And now they have numbers, 3-on-3. Can they make something of it? And now going forward, a long run, but too far of a through ball. Wolverines perhaps a two-bit direct in that attack. And now Penn State Behrend coming down the other way. Heavy contact, no whistles either way. As it'll go all the way through, Mills with it. Some bright attacking possibilities for both teams in succession. As that pass back, chasing after it, 1-2 ball through. Right to the center back, Steinbeck, and after a collision, with a deflection, we'll go right back to Morningstar. And she will get it clear. A decent chance for Grove City, but just couldn't find a way to get enough control as she takes a shot to the face. Hopefully she's okay, as that looked pretty bad, and out comes the trainer. The first word you see there is concussion, because that was a rocket. Penn State Behrend will head to its bench as clock stops. 30 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. Grove City huddles near midfield. As we have a brief stoppage in play. Let's take a look at some stats now. Since halftime, Penn State Behrend has increased its shot advantage 18-4. 11 of those 18 have been on target, compared to 3 of 4 being on target for Grove City. A lot of players getting involved for Penn State Behrend and for Grove City. Of those 4 shots, they have each been from a different player. And those different contributions from Grove City reflects the involvement of and the depth from all these teams as she eventually gets back up. Good to see that Junta looks okay as she walks off, a little bit of a smile / grimace on her face. But she will probably have to be further checked out if she stands a chance to re-enter. But the good news is that she's appears to be okay in the long term, health-wise, able to walk off under her own power. But Grove City does have some solid depth. 15 Grove City players have started at least one game this season, with only 8 players starting all 5 matches. So Coach Lamy has been more than willing to change things up. And with one of their leaders out of this game, They're really going to have to adjust, especially in that midfield where she's such a commanding presence. But anyway, as play resumes, they'll be headed out of the way as substitutions will enter for both teams. Shaw and Horse will come in for Grove City. Two substitutions for the Wolverines compared to one for the Lions. So now the Wolverines trying to get some pressure going. Three Wolverines all near the ball, force an errant pass. Shaw, one-touch pass, good to get around the defender. Back to her and then through, looking for a charging Waters, but didn't time that up. Pass was too early. Waters hadn't nearly begun her run early enough for that to work. As now the Lions with some speed in the opposite direction. 2-on-2, a shot directly and a diving save from Maddie Mills. Good positioning on her end. Keeping enough control to force the shot onto the near side where she was anticipating it. She was prepared to make the save, and she does. Now for Penn State Behrend, 2 on the front post, 3 on the back. Wolverines standing at both posts. Ground pass into the middle. Drop and a shot too high, and that leaves the field. Looked like a good play. They got what they wanted, a shot off the left foot. But looks like she lifted her head a little bit too early, got under it. But for a team that has been able to convert chances multiple times in this game, don't want to have too many shots like that if you're Grove City. As the Lions in all facets of this game, offense, defense, midfield, have been the superior team. Is now on the run. And that shot/pass attempt from Felton will go into the hands of Mills. It's that punt, and then running right into Felton is Horse, who was a bit too much on her horse to try to chase it down, did not see Felton. And now the ball's in a position where you could go for a cross, or you could play it short like that, a bit too fast, according to the center official. Haggerty and Andrade standing over it. Andrade steps over it. Haggerty will play it to her. A long run. Gets a touch. Getting behind Shaw. Battle, and that will go off of her foot. Andrade's, I should say, and out of play for the goal kick. Quickly played in. Wolverines, a little bit under 25 and a half to go. And a through ball, but will pose absolutely no danger to Penn State Behrend. Morningstar will power it forward, but then played back in the opposite direction. Shrugging off some contact, now going forward, stops, waits, looking for someone to come open. Finds her target. Miller trying to go through, but Haggerty stepped in and dealt with that danger. A pass forward, intercepted Felton. A through ball. Side by side, gets behind the defender, the shot, and the goal! What an effort! Gets behind the defender and makes it a 3-0 lead. That has worked for the Lions all day long. The through ball, the speed of these Lions forwards has been too much for the Grove City defense. That's what led to the first goal, a foul, and then the second goal, and then this third one here, as the Lions now have a commanding lead in this game. Segeri, Costos, and most recently Samlick with the goals for the 3-0 lead, as their dominance in this game has been rewarded with this comforting lead. As shot after shot's been on target, chance after chance has been created, and now perhaps another chance, although good effort from Grove City to get in the way of that ball. And now some contact, pleading for a foul, but not going to get it. Is that the Lions going forward? Felton trying to get around a shot, blocked. Stepping in front of that one was Costa. The Lions able to keep it in. Sliding tackle effort too late from Muhana. Now going forward, through ball, kicked out of the way. And a good touch to keep it on the ground, but not able to sustain it. And now Grove City trying to come back. A through ball in, a touch. Is she in on goal? No, a good effort to prevent her from getting in on goal. And now a shot attempt, but a slow floater directly to Morningstar. Morningstar has made 4 saves on the 4 shots that she has been required to make a save on. 5 shots in the game for Grove City. 22 shots for Penn State Behrend, as now we have an injury. As Samlick goes down after scoring the most recent goal. The Erie, PA native, graduated from Fort LaBeouf High School. Is now being looked at by the Grove City trainer. Now the second stoppage, and has in about 10 or so minutes, maybe a little bit less than that. But of course, one of the last things you want to see after having a 3-0 lead and having substantial control over this game, have one of your goal scorers need to be taken care of. She will need some assistance to get off the field, not wanting to put a lot of pressure on her left side. So next games for both teams. Grove City will open President's Athletic Conference play Wednesday at Bethany at 3:30 p.m. Grove City will host Allegheny at 1 p.m. next Saturday. As for Penn State Behrend, they will visit Case Western in non-conference action Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. in Cleveland. As barring a defensive breakdown, it'll be hard to see the team that's played so well defensively giving up 3 goals, but for a team as determined as Grove City, that's never completely out of the question. .22 minutes left to go in the half. 3 substitutions awaiting to enter the field. Now the pass to the near side. Couple of touches, looking for an opportunity down the line, but hooked it out of play. And now those 3 substitutions for the Wolverines will enter. Tischler, Musser enter, as well as I believe Stevenson. But Felton with it, trying to go forward, met with stiff resistance, and has been the case often in this game. Grove City's been more than happy to just get rid of the ball in those situations, not having really built up well from the back. Mills' clearance deflects off a Lion, as now they retain possession. Ball into the middle, a good turn from Felton, trying to play it in with some speed, a touch. A chance trying to get through is Campeji, but she can't. Still trying to work through, and good pressure finally to relieve some of the threat on this end of Grove City. As now the Wolverines will keep possession via the throw-in. Shaw will throw it in. Bit too poor of a first touch, losing it. Now the Lions, a long through ball, trying to find a way forward. Takes a deflection, and now an opportunity for the Lions. Slotted in. She scored the first goal of the match. Could she do anything with it that time? No. Takes a deflection off of a Wolverine. And it'll be another corner for Penn State Behrend. Sakari with the shot attempt that time. Couldn't get all the way through. Haggerty will take the corner from the left side. Be an in-swinging corner. One Lion lines up beyond the top of the box. Everyone else is inside. Here comes the corner. Deflected off a Wolverine high into the air and out of the box. Wolverines will have to sprint to establish the offside trap again. Cross in and bouncing around. And Sakari couldn't quite get to it before Mills grabbed it. Now she's going to simply try to punt it out of there. But it can't find a Wolverine. But in that pass, not really toward any Penn State Behrend player. Mills taking her time, will eventually pass it to Shaw. Takes a couple of touches, loses it. Felton fakes going forward. Drops back, looking for some effort from one of her players to get open. Now she turns a shot, takes a deflection off Waters, and then eventually the ball will sail out of play for a goal kick. Felton a bit frustrated she couldn't do anything better after forcing the turnover. Short pass from Mills. Passing up the Waters. Shaw. Finding Tischler. And that ball eventually finds its way forward. Trying to go back, but read well. And a through ball forward, desperately looking for Tischler, who runs over a woman and gets back up. Great physical effort to keep the ball on the attack. Pass to the far side, cut in, but too strong of a touch allows the Lions to get to it. Shaw trying to keep this possession in the Penn State Behrend half. Shaw back with it. Cross to the top of the box, right to a Lion, unfortunately for Grove City. But fortunately, of course, for Penn State Behrend. But Grove City now with some sustained possession, trying to see if they can cut into this 3-goal deficit. Pass into the middle. Wolverines trying to get something to work. Through ball, but not getting behind Steinbeck, who makes a nice play to lay out and get a touch on it. Shaw to throw in. Takes a hop. Daly deflects it and then chases after it, but not before it goes out for a goal kick. .15.5 to go. So high pressure for the Wolverines. They need everything they can get to try to get a goal quickly if they have a chance of even tying the game. Now that pass will be too far and go out of play. Porcelli will roll it forward. Out of play. Look. As Shaw looking for her target. Will get it forward, but not before that pass goes nowhere. Now back to Shaw, who kicks it high into the air. Now takes a deflection off a Lion. Wolverines will continue to have it. 1-2 forward. Despite not finding Waters, Wolverines will keep possession. Shaw, throw in. Pass back to her. Strong cross in the corner. Cleared away. But the Wolverines get possession back. Still in the Behrend half. Good pace on the far side. Pass to the middle. Cross into the box, but cleared away. Wolverines starting to stack some pressure. Trying to create some chances, but have rarely gotten touches in the box to get a good shot off. And now a throw in. Cleared away. Keller will try again. Throw in, takes a hop. Out to the wide side, takes a deflection, and now a shot! But couldn't frame that on target as that goes out of play. So a good touch that time to get possession of the ball, but turning around and firing a shot like that is rarely a recipe for success, as Shaw nearly hurdles Felton to clear it to the sideline. Campaggi throwing it in, and then the foul drawn. Now will go against Grove City. No, never mind. It was his mistake, he says. It will be a Grove City free kick. 12:30 left to go in this game. Grove City trailing by 3-0 score. Although for most of the game, Penn State Behrend has really created a lot of chances, kept a lot of possession in the opponent half. Last couple of minutes, Grove City has established some control in this game, but with already being 3 goals down, they're going to need to score quickly if they have a chance. Now the Wolverines, a turnaround, a shot directly to Morningstar, who makes the save. Bounces it a few times. And will get it to midfield, but the Wolverines, good job to keep possession, but now double teamed. Strong work from Waters to keep possession. Pass in the middle, cut out. Lions trying to reestablish possession, but they cannot. But they're really trying to stay compact, playing conservatively. No risk. They really don't want to risk trying to push for another goal and then concede one. As 3 goals at this stage of the game is a wide enough margin, you'd think, to be able to see it out. As a through ball onside. Cross into the middle of the shot, and then the ball loose, but eventually she comes up with it. Mills makes the save. That could have led to a 4th goal if she didn't secure it. It's now Penn State Behrend on the attack. Sakari, pass. Trying to find Hoff as she throws a woman down. With some contact, not enough for a foul though, as now a substitution for Penn State Behrend. Mia Fattel will enter. But then she turns around to give her practice jersey away, as Grove City will also make a change. Waters will exit, the Port Clinton, Ohio native. $10:17 left to go as play resumes. Cross, but right into the hands of Mills, who gets it out quickly. Tischler. Forward to Stevenson. Trying to go back to Tischler, but the defender was in the way. Penn State Behrend. Trying to be a little bit creative, but passes it to a defender instead. Now a pass forward. Pulaski on the far side, giving chases Costa, applying some pressure, pokes it away. And now a substitution. Lauren Kaiser will enter the game. So now Penn State Behrend trying to get something going in the Grove City far corner, but simply passed it too far and out of play. Under 9 to go. The Lions trying to keep their lead as it is, 3-0. Shaw takes a touch, a couple touches, passes it forward. Stevenson misplays that one. Now Helton. Pass forward, looking for Costos. She scored today. Now on to Hoff, shielding the ball away, trying to consume some of the clock as she will let that one go out of play for a Penn State Behrend throw-in. Throw-in, kicked high in the air, taking a deflection off a Lion. Or will they say yes, off a Lion? Shaw with the throw-in, one touch back to her. Under some heavy pressure, fires it forward, but to a Lion who will kick it forward. As that will be called a foul second time. First contact, that's not strong enough, but the second push from Hoff was enough to draw the foul. Pass in, but will be turned over. So now the Lions try to get some progress going. Pass forward, but they'll keep going after the deflection. And eventually cleared away. Porcelli taking no chances as a few more substitutions will enter for Penn State Behrend. Trying to get some more depth in the game with the match already in hand. And now the throw-in. As the Lions will keep possession via the throw-in now. As that ball will be into the box. Wolverines trying to get it clear, eventually do, but out of play, taking a tipped off a defender. And now the throw in, one touch back, and then probably not the pass she was wanting to make. As she turns it over, Helton touches, trying to get around Shaw, still having possession, and some fierce contact in the corner, and that will be out of play. The Lions really keeping the ball in the Grove City defending third or close to it. And now the Lions will reverse course. Pass into the middle, but the Wolverines will have it. Keller looking to find a way forward. Pass behind. Gets its way to Tischler. Pass in the middle, Muhana. Back to Keller again. Looking, still taking some touches, dropping it back, but Felton there to intercept it. And then that ball will go out of play. On the far side, two substitutions await entry on the near side. With 5 minutes left to go, as Grove City will play it out till the end. Trying to turn the corner, cannot, as two defenders are greater than one in that instance. It's now Penn State Behrend. Trying to go forward, but are met with several Wolverines. Play still on the far side. Trying to poke through, but cleared away. And that will allow players to enter. Clock stops. 4:19 left to play in this game that Penn State Behrend has had much control over, especially outnumbering the Wolverines in shots, which has been the biggest stat in this game. As as play has largely been constrained in the far half of the field. Now a throw in takes a touch as a Behrend player falls to the turf and draws the foul. She will have to readjust her shoe. Now perhaps a chance for one more for Penn State Behrend. 4 Lions stand at the top of the 18. Ornowski to take the free kick. A couple of more Lions approach. As clock will remain stopped at 3:29. As Chloe Hart now will tie her shoe. As it comes off. Still waiting. As just one in the wall for Grove City. One defender in between the one-woman wall as this shot goes directly on goal, but just got a bit too far under it for a goal kick. That was the 26th shot of the game for Penn State Behrend. One-two connection, good work for the Wolverines to try to break the press. Eventually, a through ball now to the far side. Long run for the Wolverines. Can she get there? No. Horst was running as fast as she could, but could not track it down before it sailed out through the end line. But we have a stoppage in play as Shaw will rush to the Grove City bench for a substitution. Peyton Allen will come back in for Grove City. The long boot from Morningstar, but Wolverines trying to have it, but then a miscommunication. And it will eventually go out as Shaw will await re-entry. Now Penn State Behrend will keep possession. Good shielding to keep it, but surrounded by 2 Wolverines, she turns it over. And after begging for a foul, Tischler gets it and quickly resuming play. The Wolverines switching fields. The far side, pass back into the middle. Daly over to Tischler. Dropping it back. A couple of touches, getting rid of it. Switching the field once again. Keller staying with it. Bumped off the ball, having to pass it outward to Tischler. Then the pass and losing it is Allen. Thrown into the middle. Getting a touch on it is Allen. And now 2 Wolverines trying to apply some pressure as that pass will go out for a Grove City throw in. Quickly retrieving the ball, playing it back in, and then cleared away. And with a minute left to go, Wolverines' last chance to play for pride to get one on the board. Wolverines trying to keep it in play, trying to keep it in their half, but can't quite secure it. Some contact. Felton will win it. Now here come the Lions. But not before they give it away in turn. 30 seconds in change left to go. Moves through the pass long for Muhana. It's now 20 seconds left. Pass drop back. Take a couple touch and then a long arcing through ball cross. But that can't find her target. Trying to win it. Stevenson can't get it, and that will do it. So Penn State Behrend making a statement, an emphatic 3-0 victory over the hosting Grove City Wolverines. As head coach Patrick O'Driscoll will have to be happy with how his team has played today. But for Grove City, certainly a disappointing loss after being outplayed for much of the match. As we will go to a quick pause and be right back for the post-game report right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. As both teams huddle up at midfield, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth for the Grove City College post-game report. And this game was pretty one-sided, as you could tell by the scoreline. Let's go more in depth into the stats of this game. 26 shots. That's how many Penn State Behrend had compared to Grove City's 7. That pretty sufficiently describes the amount of control, especially on the offensive end, that Penn State Behrend displayed in this game. Of those 26 shots on goal were only 14, but when you say 14 shots on goal compared to the 7 total Grove City had, that is a very significant difference. Of those 7 shots, Grove City only had 5 on goal. Rachel Sikeri, 8 total shots in the game. 3 of those were on goal for her. She opened up the scoring in the 19th minute with an opening goal, a really wide open chance after Lizzie Hoff's shot was saved by Mills, but she couldn't deflect it far enough away. That was a relatively easy goal from Sikeri to open the scoring. And that was it, 1-0 at halftime. And then the second half, in the 55th minute, Rory Costos got the second goal of the game for Penn State Behrend off the assist from Angelina Campaggi. And that was off of a set piece as Costos beautifully received the pass, the cross from Campaggi, and then put it in, finding a gap between Wolverine defenders. Then Emily Samlook in the 66th minute got the last goal of the game. Really a one-woman effort to win the one-on-one matchup and then get past Mills with her shot. Felton had the nice through ball to get to her, but that was nearly 100% of the goal was Samlook's heroic effort. But going forward into this game, 6 fouls for Grove City compared to 8 fouls on Penn State Behrend. 11 saves, a new career high for Maddie Mills of Grove City compared to 5 saves from Riley Morningstar. And being consistently dominant is another thing. Shots by period. Penn State Behrend 13 in both halves. Wolverines 3 and 4 in the first and second half respectively. 4 corners in the game, all for Penn State Behrend, as they really exerted their dominance. And it was really across the board. As I mentioned a bit at halftime, they kept up that intensity in the second half. But most importantly, it was the high pressure from Penn State Behrend was more effective in causing errant passes from the Grove City defenders. And when that was the case, on the counterattack, Penn State Behrend was faster. Their strikers, their 3 forwards were too much for the Grove City defenders, often allowing to get behind the defense. And once establishing that possession, they were able to create plenty of chances. And even if they didn't have a shot on goal, they at least got a shot off, as early and often Penn State Behrend really asserted control. Midfield, they often had better first touches, and that can be all important in the midfield. A lot of times passes were a bit too strong from Grove City, or the touches weren't quite there. Penn State Behrend played a little bit more of a clean game in that respect, although they did foul more, were a bit more aggressive as well. So it's a little bit all over the board. You can't really point to one thing that Penn State Behrend did that was exceptional, or what Grove City did that could use improving. But regardless, when you take a look at this game, Grove City knows that they will have to play better as they open conference play on Wednesday. Just to take a look ahead, Grove City will begin conference play at Bethany Wednesday afternoon. And then we'll be right back here at Don Lyle Field next week for the home opener against Allegheny at 1 p.m. Penn State Behrend has one more non-conference game to go. They will go to Cleveland to face Case Western. But that will do it. From here in the broadcast booth, Matthew Brucker, happy to provide coverage of this presentation of Grove City College Athletics right here on the Wolverine Broadcast Network, as we say so long as the Penn State Behrend Lions take down the Grove City Wolverines by a final score of 3-0. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you here next time. But until then, so long.